When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring this contest will be Kieran McCann. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, she comes to the ring wearing pink trunks and weighed in officially at 127.9 pounds. Coming to us from Ustinad Labem, Czech Republic, she brings a professional record of 3 wins, 6 defeats, all 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Katerina Dvorakova. And her opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. She comes to the ring wearing turquoise with silver and weighed in officially at 128.10 pounds. Hailing from Enfield, London, England, she is undefeated with 4 victories. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Lillie, the chosen one, Winch.
Right, ladies, listen up. You both know the rules. You will obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break, break clean. Take a step back, throw no punches. Mind your heads in close, and most importantly, ladies, protect yourself at all times, all right? Shake hands.
Well, here we go. If you've just joined us, welcome to Portman Road. Welcome to the home of Ipswich Town Football Club. You're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and Denzel Bentley for a spectacular night of boxing, which will end with Fabio Wardley versus Justice Hooney. But we kick things off this evening with Lillie Winch, who's in there against Katerina Dvorakova. Winch in those blue shorts, getting off to a nice, aggressive start, Denzel.
Yeah, no, it's good. She's obviously, you know, feeling the moment, and she's just got straight in there off that jab. Her opponent's very active though, you know, staying in front of her, throwing a jab. She's not just coming to lay down, but Winch is throwing a nice jab, nice lateral movement, and countering with a hook from time to time.
Well, Dvorakova, out of the 3 wins that she has on her record, those 3 have all been stoppages, so she can clearly punch, and as you clearly pointed out straight away, she is right in front of her, and she too has come forward and started this in an aggressive manner, which I guess the style of Lillie Winch will be right up her street.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, it will make for an entertaining fight. I mean, Winch will probably prefer this rather than the opponent trying to circle around and survive. She's got someone that's willing to stand in the pocket and fight with her. But Dvorakova, that's her name, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yep. She's game. She's game. She's coming. She's letting her hands go. Oh, the nose is bleeding already, but she's still coming forward. She only knows one way.
Absolute tear up here. Jeez.
And we're now joined by Alois Jr. I wonder where that voice has come from. He's suited and booted just off the back of the glorious win in Glasgow. Alois, welcome along.
Oh, thank you.
What are you liking from what you're seeing in the first few moments of sitting down at the commentary table?
Listen, I can see a tear up going on here, and I like war, and the fans like to see war too, so this is entertaining.
I think I'm the only one that didn't get the memo with the dress code, but it's fine though.
Next time. Don't worry, you got a European Championship. I ain't got that yet, so
you're on your way. You get that soon. You get that soon.
But Dvorakova is definitely a fighter who comes on that front foot.
Round 2.
Well, let's see if she can put some of that stuff into action. Big stage, big moment. Definitely the biggest event that she's been a part of out here in a stadium. There'll be 20,000 people in here later on. And I was going to say when the sun comes down, but we can't see it. But when it does get dark and the lights in here get a bit brighter, that noise will most definitely get a bit higher, and that electricity that boxing brings will fill all of us. But Lillie Winch opening the second round, just trying to keep hold of each centre of that ring there. But Dvorakova is an aggressive come-forward fighter, and she has most certainly got her work cut out.
He has. Winch still looks comfortable, even though Dvorakova is applying that pressure. She's throwing shots from everywhere, but Lynch is just staying, you know, calm in that storm, and she's just letting that jab go and countering him well with the left hook.
Yeah, when Winch uses that jab, it looks amazing.
Yeah, the jab's beautiful.
Just keep doing that. Keep breaking her fight down and you get a stoppage.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she hits hard enough, clearly, to be able to stop Dvorakova. She's breaking her down. Like Aloy said, the jab is beautiful. If she can just stick to that, she's well on her way to, you know, probably stop it.
But if she does manage to get the job done, it will be Lillie Winch's first stoppage. And I've got to tell you that the fighters she's had in that opposite corner in her career, in her professional career so far, she's not had it easy. She has had tough fighter after tough fighter, and she's got exactly the same thing on her hands here. But I'm sure she is the type of person who loves that. She likes the opportunity, she likes the challenge, and that was a really good left hook to the body which she threw right under the right elbow of Dvorakova. This is good boxing from Lillie Winch, and the same from Dvorakova.
Shots, good left hooks, good body shots. Yeah, she's doing her thing out there, she's flowing.
She's flowing, definitely. Good head movement too. I mean, she just rolled 2 punches there.
Those 2-minute rounds really fly by, don't they, Denzel?
They fly by. I mean, you have to be quick off the mark. It reminds you of the amateurs. In the amateurs, there weren't really no space to kind of breathe and find the feet. You have to just go out there and let your hands fly and poke these girls and really knock them out.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's like, I've never really done much and like when I was just starting on the ball, she's always had good records, she's always been dedicated, she's always been training. I'm happy that opportunity's coming in.
Aloy, she looks like she's just starting to find her range, just starting to find her rhythm. Are we gonna, you know her, are we gonna start to see her let her hand go a little bit more as that time goes by?
Absolutely, we're going to see her showcase her skills.
Yeah, she's, whenever you watch her, an interview with Lillie Winch, she loves it. You can tell the fighters who really love it. She's one of those, you two love it. And Aloy, I interviewed you after your fight a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if anybody loves it as much as you, but that passion really pours out.
So again, you have to love what you do, and yeah, you're in the sport.
Well, here we go. There is the bell to symbolise the start of this third round. And both fighters come to the centre of the ring. Dvorakova
Good shot.
just trying to dig in those right hands, uppercuts and hooks, but good solid shots there from Lillie Winch, who just digs her toes into the canvas and lets those shots go. Every couple which get through from Dvorakova, she kind of shakes them off, bites down on her gum shield and goes again.
You got to give Dvorakova credit because she's taking shots, but she isn't backing up or, you know, crumbling. She's trying to give it back. She's giving Lillie Winch a lot to think about.
Definitely. A pressure fighter.
Yeah. And it makes for a good fight. Because Winch is finding some good shots, especially to the body.
Good stab to the body from Winch with that left hand, with that left jab of hers.
And I think Winch might just have a nosebleed also, so you can see the pressure of Dvorakova taking an effect, but she's still comfortable. Winch is still relaxed and isn't panicking or anything.
Calm in the fire.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Winch is defensively looking good because she has got an opponent in front of her who is throwing shots, which doesn't always happen when you've got those typical kind of away corner fighters. But she's defensively doing well and countering well at the same time. But a good observation, Denzel. Both of them are bleeding from the nose, so some of those shots have got through. And this is a good scrap so far.
It is. It's a really good scrap, but one that I think Winch is winning comfortably.
Good body shots.
Good body shots. And when I say comfortably, I don't mean Dvorakova isn't you know, putting on pressure and making Winch think. I just think it's easy to score on the eye from Winch's perspective.
Good uppercut.
That was a nice uppercut, that lead uppercut which landed from Winch, just drove it up from her hips there, and it landed sweetly on the chin of Dvorakova. I guess with this being a 6-rounder, I mean, it's still a lot of rounds, isn't it? But, you know, they're 2-minute rounds, over the halfway stage now. What does she need to think about, Lillie Winch?
I mean, I think she's doing everything right. I don't think she's doing much wrong. I mean, maybe defensively tighten up, but the amount of shots that come from Dvorakova, some are going to slip through, and they are, as we can see. But from Winch's perspective, I think she just needs to not neglect the jab, stick to the jab, because that's what keeps Dvorakova at bay. And then some counters are coming off lobby. She's got to stick to what she's doing, in my opinion.
Alois?
Denzel Bentley couldn't have said it better.
This is why we've got him on the mic. He's everywhere. Everywhere you look, you'll see a Denzel Bentley. On your TV, on your radio. Well, if you're just joining us, welcome along. You haven't missed too much so far. We are into our opening bout of the evening for the first fight at Portman Road since 1935. That's the last time that this place hosted boxing. And Lillie Winch is doing a good job of keeping the proceedings nice and lively for the sport which we love so much. And both of these fighters have been battling for the centre of the ring. And this is great work from both of them.
Yeah, listen, when she's relaxed, it just flows, man. Good body shots, good combinations, great head movement. She's gonna be something.
You know what, I agree with you, Alois. I think she is. I mean, I'd seen her around the circuit and probably been in the same gym here and there when we got up to spot match, but I've never actually seen her fight, and this is my first time seeing her fight, and I'm impressed.
Just start to get the sense that Dvorakova isn't coming forward as much as she has been, because she's felt a little bit of that pressure, and she's been caught with a few more shots than she had in the previous rounds. And Winch is just starting to get to her. Oh, lovely right hand there from Winch, beautifully placed, great time in there. The perfect shot.
Good shots.
Dvorakova most certainly on that back foot now. Lillie Winch stalking.
Yep. And this is the first time we've seen Dvorakova going backwards in this fight. And
absolutely.
I think this is the best time for Winch to step on it, and she could possibly get that stoppage.
But definitely, when a pressure fighter keeps coming forward and they get broken down with a good jab, and once you start to break them down, they start to move back. That's when you can exploit.
Yep.
Because they're out of the game now.
She's hurt. Dvorakova's hurt.
Yep.
And it's worth saying that Dvorakova has never been stopped. So the fact that you guys are noticing that she is hurt, and you can see she's just above our commentary together, she's breathing deeply through her nose. She's had a hard round there, Alois.
Definitely. Then you keep running into a jab, 6 jabs. No worries. When you have a pressure fighter and throwing a 5th jab at you,
it destroys your motivation to come forward, and that's what's happening right here.
Yeah, it definitely stops you in your tracks, and it makes you run out of ideas, because now Dvorakova has to find different ways to try and get inside Winch to be able to let her shots go. But where Winch is coming off that stiff jab, she can't find it. So she's being hurt, she's being hit with every shot Winch is really throwing at her.
Corners, 10 seconds.
That's when you know a pressure fighter's hurt, when you go on the back foot.
Definitely.
How much confidence will she get from that when she can start to see that this fighter who's been coming forward is now on the back foot? Surely that fills her with confidence, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. It gives you a different boost of energy. So now you're going to see Winch start pushing forward and, you know what I'm saying, working harder to try and hurt Dvorakova more, instead of just opting to hold the feet or step back a little bit. She's going to be pressing forward and pushing the pace and see how much she can break Dvorakova.
Well, this is the penultimate round in the super featherweight division. Winch just shrugs off the shots which have come from Dvorakova and carries on doing what she's been doing in the 4 previous rounds, which is marching forward and mixing it up. Body and head, head and body. These are good shots here from Lillie Winch, who's really digging in now. And she looks like she's starting to properly enjoy herself in there. And you can tell that by her body language in a way that she just snaps that jab out and what follows.
Yeah, definitely. Who doesn't like a little hunt? especially when someone's running around. Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah, she's in full control right now. It's on her time now, basically. The one thing I could criticize is she could close that gap quicker, coming forward. But that's just me just being critical. I mean, everything she's doing is completely fine.
And that's what these fights are about, right? It's about, you know, filling those gaps, isn't it? These are the learning fights.
Yeah, she's thrown a beautiful double left hook, body and head. Oh.
You can say this woman has some pride, man.
She does.
She has some heart. She is not having it. All the respect to her. Absolutely.
She wants to keep that record of never being stopped before.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice right hand there from Winch, and there goes another one.
Relaxed. Good and relaxed.
And you just get the sense that it couldn't be too long, and she rocks her. And Dvorakova may well find herself on the canvas, but Winch has still got some work to do.
Her team were going to stop it.
But the team were right on the edge of the canvas there. But plenty coming up this evening, both on the prelims undercard. This is what we've got coming for you. Umar Khan comes up next. If you haven't seen him before, he is a sweet boxer. He's got some really good skills, but knows how to mix it up as well. And then Sam Gilly, who may well be frustrated. It is not the fight which he wanted. He wanted that rematch with Louis Green. But nevertheless, he's here in an 8-rounder. And then Billy Boom Boom Adams will finish off our prelims this evening. Well, Lois, I've got to give you some credit. I was watching you on the stream this week, and Sam Gilly came off stage, and he was so frustrated it wasn't the fight that he wanted, but you gave him such an optimistic message and said, look, you're here, you're still fighting, it's still an 8-rounder, you're still going to get loads under your belt. That was a fighter-to-fighter talk.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's just another experience. And the more experience you have, the better you become, especially like you're more prepared for the situations up at hand.
Come on, Guy Alloy's being immature in that. Guy Alloy.
I'm just trying. I'm only 22.
You wouldn't believe it. Well, here we go, the 6th and final round in our opening bout, our opening contest of the evening, where the wind is starting to get a bit chilly here in Ipswich, but great to be outside in this stadium. And Winch on that front foot, looks like she has well and truly gauged that distance, and the shots are coming together nicely now.
They are, they're flowing. They're just flowing.
I think the towel should come in, man. I think this is too much for the
It is, I think so too. I mean, I think she's eating shots. Winch hasn't missed a shot in the last 3 rounds.
Yeah.
But Dvorakova's still throwing. We have to observe that. She is throwing. Not much is getting through, especially not like the first couple of rounds. But she's still there, even though she's on the back foot and she's changed her tactics.
She's tough. She's a very tough woman. She's really tough. And like Alice said, with a lot of pride, she's not going to go down easily. And you've got to give her full credit for that. I mean, it takes 2 to tango, and she's also played a part in making this such an entertaining fight to watch.
Yeah, she's been a really good opponent. We'd like to see her back, that's for sure.
And she's asked questions of Winch early in the first 2 rounds, which answered and broke her down, and now she's just having it her way.
Nice parry there from Winch. Follow that defensive work up with a straight right hand, and Dvorakova really does find herself on the back foot as we go into the last few seconds of this 6th and final round. It doesn't look like Winch is going to be the first person to stop her, but a very strong performance, nevertheless.
Very, very strong performance.
Great to see such respect between the pair of them. And it looked like it was going to be a well-matched fight throughout the 6 rounds, but Winch just got on top of the end, didn't she, Denzel?
Yeah, she did. I mean, the first 2 rounds were competitive. I still think she was winning those 2 rounds, but Dvorakova was asking a lot of questions of her, like, how tough are you? Can you stay in here with me? I'm going to test you. And Winch ended up breaking Dvorakova down and pushing her back in the last 3 or 4, I think, and took over the fight, fought at her pace, got comfortable, landed at will. But the first 2 rounds, Dvorakova definitely posed a challenge. And she is tough. She started going backwards and wasn't going down. She was still throwing punches. She was still in the fight.
Excellent work. Well, over to Thomas Treiber. who has the official scorecard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 two-minute rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Kieran McCann, scores the contest 60-54 for your winner. And still undefeated, Lillie, the chosen one, wins.